As the title of my video stated, I tried 25 online dating sites, and to prove it to you, what you are looking at are my active email messages I am currently receiving for all of the dating sites. As you can see here in my inbox, I have just about 4,700 messages as of today. On the left-hand column, I made a list of all the dating sites I have a profile with. It starts with Amal Date and it goes all the way down to Zen Date. I picked these for a reason and I will explain it in more detail in the video. On the right hand side, so let me scroll down just to show you. So these are February 28 messages, making these message today, March 1st. This is showing you active messages that I am currently receiving. I started saving these messages for a few months now, and as I filter to the oldest, so what you are seeing, I started saving these messages since, well, call it Christmas time of last year, 2024. And before I get too far into the weeds, I will come back to the email and messages here in a little bit, but I just want to back up and ask the question, is online dating still popular? To answer that question, we can use available data. This is from a company called Statista. I use Statista quite a bit as part of my work. They give you good details and information on various topics. And according to Statista, how the world dates online, this is for 2023, you can see the 9 countries where online dating is the most popular. Not surprising, you can see the US at 21.9% or 2.5 billion in sales, followed by the UK at 19.1%, 342 million in sales. You have France, Japan, China, India, Germany, South Africa, and Brazil. But let's just take a deeper dive and a closer look. Again, this is sticking with Statista, and what they are showing you here is most popular dating apps worldwide in June of 2024, and this is going by monthly downloads. So for a monthly download, you can see that Tinder dating or Tinder group has around 6.1 million monthly downloads, followed by Bumble at 3.2, followed by Litmatch at 2.8, Baidu Dating at 2 million, and so on down the list. And sticking with the US, so which dating sites are the most popular in the US? Well, here you see again, I'm staying with Statista. The most popular dating apps in the US, again, this is for the year ending 2023. Not surprising, you can see Bumble and Tinder dominates the group at 38% each, followed by Plenty of Fish, Baidu, Grindr, OkCupid, and Hinge. What this is telling me is online dating is still very popular. People are turning to it as a way to meet different people from around the world or from your city. Here we are again looking at my email messages. And in the beginning of my video, I mentioned I picked these 25 or more dating sites for a reason. There's actually 3 reasons for that. The first reason is, well, here I just did a quick search for top US dating sites, and you can see the most common ones: eHarmony, OkCupid, Match, Tinder, Hinge, Bumble, and so on and so forth. A lot of these sites we know about them, or maybe have tried them for ourselves at one time or another. There are a lot of reviews on these dating sites already. You can certainly find that online. The second reason is I'm interested in meeting Asian and European women specifically at this point. And through research and a little bit of trial and error, I found that a lot of these sites you see listed here are great places in meeting Asian and European women. There are also a lot of US women on these sites as well. So, for example, Cupid Feel, Dating.com, Eurodate, and even Zendate all have a lot of US women in conjunction with Asian and European women as well. And for a lot of you guys that may have tried one of these US based dating sites and just aren't getting good results, maybe some of these sites that I will go through in more detail could be a good alternative or good options for you. For the next several minutes, so 3 to 5 minutes, I'm just gonna quickly walk you through each one of these dating sites. So starting with Amal Date and going all the way down to Zen Date. And the reason why I want to do that is I want to show you my active profile for each one of these sites. And secondly, I will mention for all of these sites you see listed, I use the exact same profile pictures and I use the exact same description of myself. So across all of these dating sites you see here, I kept everything consistent. I'm just going to go in order, starting with a mall date. Let's get started. Here we are inside a mall date. A mall date is mostly European. You will find some Asian, but the vast majority will be European women. As you can see on here, I'm getting instant chat requests, a bunch of email messages, or a bunch of chat messages on the right hand side. And if I were to go to my inbox, as you can see, there are a lot of messages waiting for me to read and to respond to. This one here is for MO Latina. As the name suggests, this is mostly Latin women. There are some European and some Asian, but the vast majority are Latin women. There's a bunch of chat requests on the right hand side. And if I were to go to my inbox, as you can see, I have a bunch of messages here waiting for me to read. This website is called Amor Date. Amor Date is mostly European women, some Asian, but mostly European. And as you can see on here, I have over 100 messages with 56 male waiting for me to read. This one here is for Anastasia Date. Anastasia Date is 100% European, and more importantly, it's mostly Ukrainian women. So if you want to meet Ukrainian women specifically, this website is for you. As you can see, I have 1,300 emails waiting, and there's a bunch of instant chat requests you see here on the right hand side. This one here is called Asian Fields. Asian Fields is mostly Asian women. I would say mostly Chinese. And on here, you can see I have 77 messages with 31 male. This here is Asian Melodies. Asian Melodies is pretty much the same as Asian Fields. I've seen a lot of review of Asian Melodies, and I also did my own in-depth, detailed review of Asian Melodies. I go inside and out of this website. Be sure to watch that video. There are a lot of great information on there. But here on Asian Melodies, I have 99 messages with 85 male. This one here is called Asian Date. As the name says, Asian Date is 100% Asian. There may be a few European on here, but I've yet seen mostly Asian women, mostly Chinese women. On here you see I have 1,464 emails waiting. No way I can read through all of it. No way I'm going to respond to all of them. But you can see on the right hand side, I have a bunch of chat requests as well. This one here is for Bravo Date. Bravo Date is very much similar to Amor Date. It works the same way. Mostly European women. As you can see, I have 74 messages with 26 male. Here is for dating.com. I really like dating.com. Dating.com has a great mix of Asian, European, and US women. I use dating.com quite a bit. As you can see, I have a bunch of chat and chat requests on the right hand side. And if I were to go into my inbox, there is a lot of messages waiting for me to read and to respond to. This here is for Eastern Honeys. Eastern Honeys works the same way as Asian Melody and Asian Fields. I pretty much group them as the same website. And on here you see I have 50 messages with 17 male. And lastly, this one is for Eurodate. So let's just give it a second to open up. Eurodate is very much similar to dating.com. It is a good mix of Asian, European, and US women. I use Eurodate quite a bit myself. And as you can see, also a bunch of chats and chat requests on the right hand side. If I were to go to my inbox, you can also see I have a lot of messages waiting for me as well. So guys, one website you definitely need to look at, and it's a website called Hottie. At a minimum, you can come on here and check out some beautiful women on looking at their profile pictures. But Hottie, as the name says, is chock full of hot women. And pretty much 100% of the profile that you see, and let me scroll down and show you a little bit more. All of the profile pictures you see here are women that's either in a bikini or in a lingerie and in some kind of a revealing pose. I do admit I don't spend a lot of time on Hottie as I should. I definitely will in the future. I'm just busy with other dating sites right now. Hottie has a good mixture of European, US, Latin women, and some Asian women. You won't find too many Asian. There are, because Asian women tend to be a bit more shy about revealing themselves. But the European and the Latin women, they have no problem whatsoever. They are they are willing to show pretty much everything, as you can see. On the right hand side, you can see I have a lot of chat requests. And if I were to go to my inbox, there's definitely a lot more messages here for me to read and to respond to. So if you go from Hari to Filipino Cupid, as the name said, it's pretty much Filipinos, Filipina. I do have a bunch of messages waiting for me here. This website is called Lana Date. And again, I don't spend a lot of time on Lana Date as I should. I really like Lana Date. I like the website. I like its functionality. And I definitely like how they use credit. It's probably the cheapest website of all the websites I will review. Lana Date has a good mixture of European, Asian, and US based women. And as you can see, it's from all continents: North and South America, Europe, Asia, and Africa. I don't see too many African women on here actually. But Lana Day is a good choice overall. As you can see on the right hand side, I do have a lot of messages waiting for me. This one is called Lover's World. And if you remember, Lover's World looks a lot like Asian Feel, looks a lot like Asian Melodies. It works exactly the same way. On Lover's World, I have 35 messages with 16 male. Orchid Romance. So Orchid Romance looks just like Lover's World because it is. And on Orchid Romance, I have 45 messages with 10 male. This one is called Pina Date. Pina Date reminds me a lot of Mo Latina. Pretty much works the same way in the same group of women. And as you can see on Pina Date, I have a bunch of messages, a bunch of chat requests. And if I were to go to my inbox, as you can see, there's a lot of messages waiting for me in here as well. And lastly, in this group, I will show you is Secure a Date. And as you can see, I do have a lot of messages on Secure a Date waiting for me as well. I don't spend a lot of time on Secure a Date. I really dislike this website. It's probably the worst website of all the group. I do have a more detailed review of Secure a Date, so be sure you watch that video because Secure a Date is not the website that you should try at all. Two more dating sites that's worth mentioning. They are Your Travel Mate and Zendate. So both Your Travel Mate and Zendate are essentially the same website, same functionality, same format. It's probably run by the same parent company. And both Your Travel Mate and Zendate has a good mix of Asian, European, and Latin women. So I do like this website. And every time I am on this website and Zenday, I do get a lot of instant chat requests, as you can see here. It just keeps popping up. Sometimes it's annoying when I'm trying to do something, but I do get a lot of requests regardless. That's not necessarily a bad thing. As you can see here on the right hand side, I do have a lot of chat requests that is pending or that is here, which I have not yet read and responded to. And then up here, you can see I have a bunch of messages waiting for me to read and respond. Looking at the inbox on this one, as you can see, there's a bunch of messages waiting, and there's a lot more at the bottom. I don't know how many. I know there's a whole bunch. Heading on over to Zendate. Again, Zendate, the same thing as Your Travel Mate. Good mix of Asian, European, and Latin women. Works the same way. And I also get bombarded with instant chat requests on this one as well. As you can see, a bunch of chat requests waiting for me to read, and also a bunch of messages for me to respond to. Looking at the inbox on this one, yes, a bunch of messages also waiting for me to read and to respond to. So that pretty much rounds out, I would say, the top 20. So Zendate, Your Travel Mate, rounds out the top 20 dating site, I would say, to consider. And finally, before I finish off, I will just go through real quick 5 other Asian dating sites specifically. They are not my favorite. I'm not on there much, but I do have an active profile. And I just want to show you that real quick. So the first one is Cambodian Cupid. There's not a lot of active user on this website. But regardless, I have 8 messages on here already. The next one is Japan Cupid. I think this is a misnomer. I don't see a lot of Japanese women on here when I am on here every now and then. And there just isn't a whole lot of active users in general. But regardless, I have 3 messages on here waiting. This one here is Singapore Love Links. I've never heard of this one. I kind of stumbled upon it using another site. This one is pretty much of a ghost town. I don't recommend this one at all. When I'm on here every now and then, there's just not a lot of active users at all. But anyways, I do have 5 messages on here. This one is for Thai Cupid, so I have a lot more messages on here with 39 currently. And I do see a lot of Thai women across all of the dating sites. They are very much active in online dating. And then the last one is for Vietnam Cupid. So Vietnam Cupid, I do have 26 messages with 10 activity. And I do see quite a few Vietnamese and Thai women across all the other dating sites. So that there pretty much rounds out all 25 dating sites. And this completes my introductory video for all of the 25 dating sites. I have shown you my current email messages for all the sites, and I went through each dating site starting with Omal Date and ending at Zen Date one by one. On each one of these sites, I have shown you my current messages on there. Before you sign up for any of these dating sites, I strongly recommend you watch my other videos. In those other videos, I go through and review all of the dating sites listed in my emails in great detail. I provide a lot of information you will not find online. I will show you how each one works, give you the details, tips, and any recommendations. My goal is to prevent you from wasting your time on a dating site that may not be worth your while, and more importantly, to save you money. And lastly, if you found the information in this introductory video for all of the dating sites I just went through to be useful and helpful, be sure to hit a like, subscribe, and turn on your notification for future videos. I will see you in the next one.